Hi, welcome back to Finally Revealed. I'm Michelle. In this episode, I want to talk to you about how to maximize your vacation days from work. The first thing is find out if you can add in unpaid time to your vacation, if that's an option. And where this normally comes into play is if you have the opportunity to do a big trip. Maybe you have kids graduating, you want to do a graduation trip, maybe there's a big anniversary, maybe you have family overseas, or maybe you want to take an overseas trip and it's going to extend beyond what your vacation is for that particular year, or you have a couple of different events and you want to attend those weddings or graduations or things like that. So ask about that so that you know if you have that as an option to take some unpaid time off. Next thing is, in connection with that, is to learn what is the scheme or system for where you work as far as what time you have available. Does it expire at the end of the year if you don't use it? Can you take all of it together, or does it have to be broken up during the quarter or half and half, or is it a system where you earn time off after you've worked so many hours or days? And understand how that works so that way you can track what you're working and make sure that you are showing the amount of time that's the correct amount of time. Okay? The next thing is you should know at the beginning of the year, either because it's the same every year or because you ask, what are the holidays that the company or government or school district observes? What are your days off according to their calendar? Write that down and study it. Is it all of the federal holidays plus some state holidays? Is it only some of the federal holidays? Do you get extra time off for Thanksgiving? If you're a teacher, do you get extended time over the Christmas holidays, and do you get extended time over the summer? And do you get any time other than that, or do you have to work every single day other than that? Learn what the system is, and then find out the specific days that you're already off, put that in the calendar. Then the next thing is, I alluded to it earlier, is there any personal time off that you can have, and what are those rules? Those sometimes coordinate with paid holidays. Most places it's either a written rule or it's an understood rule that you need to work the days that border paid days off for holidays and things so that you don't take advantage. The reason for that on the employer side is the employers want to know who is going to be available for work and who's not going to be there for work. So if you want to have vacation time around a holiday, put in for it, request it according to whatever the rules are where you work, and ask for it in advance. This is not one of those things where you'd rather ask for forgiveness than permission, because if you don't have it arranged ahead of time, you might not get paid for any of that time, and you might be counting on that money. So now, knowing the ground rules, whether you have unpaid time, you can also take what your paid time is, how it adds up, what are your holidays. Now, this is the fun part, scheduling your time off. Do you like to do small trips? Do you like to do big trips? Do you like a break every so often just to get yourself refreshed? And please, the first tip is, do you have any out-of-town conferences, or it doesn't have to be out of town, but those are the big bonuses. Out-of-town conferences, conventions, or business trips. Are those planned far enough in advance that you can invite your significant other or your spouse or a friend to tag along? And if they are during the week, are they butted up, or can they be arranged to butt up against a weekend, so that then you can have your return flight or your return train or your return transportation at the end of the weekend? The company's going to pay that. The company's going to pay your lodging, so you can stay somewhere for an extra couple of days. Your airfare is covered, or your train, your other transportation, and you just have to add on the cost of one night for a hotel. And you can go to a different hotel if the one that they're booking you at is something that you don't want to pay for, and then invite a friend, or invite your wife, invite your husband, and enjoy yourself. That's an easy way to have a trip without having any time off work and having a minimal cost. Another thing you can do is add on your vacation days to your paid holidays. And if you, for example, if you have 7 federal holidays, so there's a long weekends already, or Thanksgiving is 4 days already, can you add a couple of more days? You look at Thanksgiving, you have the 2 days for the weekend before, then you have Monday through Wednesday. If you're off Thursday through Sunday, for 3 days you can buy a whole week. So it maximizes your use of your vacation days to give you the maximum amount of time off in bigger chunks. And then the other thing is to, if you run up against time off and you have something you really want to do, or an event you want to go to, and you're out of days off, and you have a bonus coming, or you have worked extra on some type of a project, ask if you can get part of your bonus in additional days off. That's an easy way for the company. They're not actually writing a check, even if they say, okay, we'll give you, you were going to get this much of a bonus, but we will give you 2 extra vacation days. It's something to ask. And you never know until you ask, but these are just ideas for you to stretch out your vacation so that you have more time off in meaningful chunks throughout the year. And this really helps if you don't have a lot of vacation. If you only have, say, 5 days, and you're like, what am I going to do? That's 1 week. Well, if you strategically pick those days and expand them onto other holidays, you can work it into 2 weeks of time off. So let me know if you have any other tips and tricks to help to expand your time off. And I hope this was helpful to you. If it was, give us a thumbs up, leave me any comments if you have any, and subscribe if you haven't already so you can see our other videos. And go plan your next vacation, and I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching.